a finish here in southern Spain after a neck-and-neck battle between Jon Rahm and Taylor Gooch. It's Taylor Gooch who walks away with the individual title at LIV Golf Andalucia. And in the team competition, Legion 13 rises to the top after a dramatic Sunday charge. The crowd at Valderrama was electric, the golf was world-class, and the road to the season-long championship just got a whole lot more exciting. Welcome to the Club 54 post-round show. I'm your host, Christian Crosby, joined by seven-time European Tour winner Gonzalo Fernandez-Castaño and your favorite LIV Golf analyst, Jerry Fultz. And right here is the winning moment from the new LIV Golf Andalucia individual title, Taylor Gooch, who is now the outright leader of most trophies won in the league. That's 3 individual titles with Range of Goats. That's 1 team championship with the 4 Aces, 17 titles. 4 with the 4 Aces, 1 with the Goats, 2 with Smash, and of course, his 1 individual championship. He's currently the only player to lift 3 trophies with 3 different teams. Taylor Gooch,
pretty cool.
He's been doing pretty good here at LIV Golf, huh, Jerry?
He's got a pretty nice pad bag at home. I've seen the trophy case. It's impressive, and it just got a little bigger here.
I mean, the battle between the Titans. We have the 2023 individual champion, Taylor Gooch, going against the 2024 individual champion, Jon Rahm, in his home country. Towards the end of the day, I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better storyline, and the crowd showed up.
Yeah, no, and we had the 2022 individual champion in the final group as well. So, we said it in the pre-round show, this course really brings the cream to the top, and we saw it today. What a great performance. Taylor Gooch said he hit the best iron shot of his entire life into the 54th hole. That 4-iron from 215 yards, laced it right at the flag, and what a time for it.
Yes, just at the right time. I mean, what a shot. Into the wind, 210 yards. And he thought he needed a par just for the playoff. He thought that putt from Jon Rahm on 18 was for birdie, so even more pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we've witnessed an amazing Sunday. And he did again. I mean, we were just talking before the show. It's the Giant Slayer. He beat Bryson DeChambeau 2 years ago, and now he beat the local favorite Jon Rahm. So I mean, outstanding Sunday.
And there's that incredible moment as Taylor Gooch raises that trophy up high here in Andalucia. Pretty cool stuff. Let's take a look at the individual leaderboard as Championship Sunday has come to a close. Makes me want to tear out a little bit, guys. We'll talk more about this guy, Taylor Gooch, first. Let's look at how it all went down in the final round. Taylor Gooch gets the job done, but we cannot forget about Jon Rahm, who applied absolute pressure on Taylor Gooch. He left him nothing to work with there. Abraham Ancer also having a solid day, finishing with 5 under. He had a 5 under day. And Matt Jones, who we're going to talk a little bit about, a phenomenal day from the Ripper, in spite of his team struggling a little bit. Scrolling down here a little bit, Sam Horsfield finished 15, tight with a bunch of guys. It was an absolute show in Andalucia today at Valderrama. I see you smiling here, Gonzo. You look like you want to say something about this showdown. How are you feeling about it?
Well, just looking at the leaderboard, I would say, I mean, everybody seemed to play well today. The guys who were chasing, they were doing their job. And Taylor Gooch, who started a little shaky with bogey at the first. I mean, he holding very well. I have to say, I feel he was a little lucky towards the last few shots, especially on 17. I mean, me as a member, I mean, when I saw that ball bouncing, I thought it was going to roll into the water on 17.
Yeah.
But hey, he did a great job, 2 putts from there. And I mean, that was a hell of a birdie just at a crucial moment.
Yeah, it was. He has such a calm belief in himself, too. The steely eyes, we call him secret agent Taylor Gooch. And he stuck to his game plan. Even on 18, he knew he was going to leave himself a long ways back, farther than anybody else, but he knew he was going to be in the fairway and give himself the best chance. And you contrast that with Jon Rahm, who hit the 5-wood off the tee, and his worst swing of the entire day to cost him a chance at the tournament. He buried the putt, thrilled the crowd for par, but nonetheless, Taylor Gooch, the calm confidence he has and the self-belief to not waver from what he knows he can do well when it matters, when he's playing well, is really impressive to watch.
Yeah, Jerry, I was really impressed with his composure because Jon Rahm, even as you mentioned on 18 with that putt, just applied so much pressure. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand in the back 9. And there was Taylor Gooch, just calm as can be, still got the job done. I want to ask about his decision-making. It seemed like he just made every right choice today, and I was impressed by that. Am I right with that or no?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he made the choices that were right for him. There are a lot of other guys who would have made a lot different choices in the same situation. He had the luxury of being able to do it, but even if he was 2 or 3 back, he would have played the same style of golf. He started off a little erratic early, little loose shots, as you pros like to say, whatever that means. But then he did exactly like yesterday, found his groove, and he found that tempo when he started just puring the golf ball for the most part all day long. And the putter wasn't really cold today either.
He did stick to his plan, as you said. I mean, even with the wind changing on the last few holes, the last hole was playing into the wind, but he stuck to his plan. I mean, he hit the hybrid of the tee. He knew he was going to get a long second, but he also knew that irons into the greens was his strength this week. And I mean, as probably one of the best shots we've seen all year, because that target on 18, let me tell you, it's small.
Yeah, and you know, he went from high school valedictorian. I don't know if you knew that. He was high school valedictorian at a small school in I forget the name of the town he's from, just outside Oklahoma City,
yeah.
To top of the heap here. It's pretty impressive. And the first thing he thought of when he was interviewed by Dom, it's his first victory that his son has got to see. Not that he'll remember it, but that his son has got to see. His son wasn't born in his last 3 victories.
Seems like he got a little emotional.
Yeah,
there
he had been emotional before the interview, I think. Yeah, you could tell, you could see it in his eyes.
Well, let's take a look at some highlights from our new champion, Taylor Gooch, winning here at LIV Golf Andalucia. Gonzo, break it down, baby. What do you see here?
Where you go? I mean, that's the shaky start we were talking about. First hole, he pulled it left. Unfortunately, he didn't get to the far end of those trees, and from there, I mean, it's kind of difficult to make a par. This is first birdie of the day on 7. He was 2 over at the time, and he got 1 back here with a wonderful putt. Birdie at 11. Here on 15, he didn't like the tee shot on 15, but I mean, he got to the green and then all the beautiful of that pad. And this is the putt on 17 after that beautiful long one from off the green.
You see that crowd just keeps getting bigger and bigger as each highlight plays.
And the winning moment.
And there's our champion, Taylor Gooch, with the very calm celebration there. What should be the next goal for Taylor Gooch? Here's a beautiful post of him and his son. Big congratulations to Taylor Gooch on winning the LIV Golf Andalucia, his 4th career LIV win. What's next for Taylor Gooch? I mean, he has the most trophies in LIV history here. Wow. He's been an individual champion. He's done it all. What should be his next goal here at LIV Golf?
You know, he dances to his own drummer. He does it on the golf course, he does it off the golf course, and he does it in the career choices he makes. He didn't try and qualify for the Open Championship. He knows that eventually cooler heads are going to prevail, and if he plays the kind of golf that he has played in 2023 and then again this week, those opportunities will come. He didn't chase across the globe like a lot of guys did, fly through the night to get maybe walk 9 holes and play last Tuesday. So he approaches that part of his career from a very professional manner, and he made a bet early when he joined LIV. Made a bet, not a bet, maybe both, proverbially, but nonetheless, and he's happy with it. He's happy with the decisions he makes, yeah. And he's really happy doing what he's doing and doing so extremely well at it. And in the meantime, he bought a bass fishing team, he bought a bull riding team, and those are all located in Oklahoma. It doesn't take him away from home too much, and he works his tail off, and he has time to be the dad that he is, and I know he's a great dad.
Well, Annabelle Angel actually just had an interview with Legion 13, our team champion, so we're going to toss over to that right now. Annabelle Angel, to you.
I am with the winners of the team this week, Legion 13, Captain John Rahm. How proud are you of your boys?
Proud of all of them. It's a long week, and I saw we had a chance coming into the last 5-6 holes, and 3 holes later I looked again and we were on the lead, right? So I knew that all done really well. Tom had a top finishing stretch, so did I, but Caleb doing the usual. I feel like pretty much every time we win, he has a really strong finish the last 4 or 5 holes. He did it the first time we ever won. Mexico again, it's almost like it's a habit. We would like him to hopefully have an easier week for himself and not need to do that, but really proud of all of them. They're all great players, and just happy that we're keeping the form.
You boys came at the end, you overtook the fireballs, the 4 aces. Talk to us quickly about your epic putt there on the 18th.
Well, I wish it would have mattered more, I guess, but I left myself a really easy putt, fairly straight, about 12 feet up the hill, left edge. The only thing, my only mistake all week was leaving them short on line. So that ball was going to get to the hole and had a little bit of speed. So I'm glad it caught the center of the hole, because otherwise it wouldn't have gone in. But it was a really good moment. It's a really good memory to finish a great round.
Can't leave it short, John, can you?
No, I was not going to, not on that one.
Well, as a team, Tom, you're only 22. You joined this year. What's your experience been like at such a successful team?
Yeah, it's been great all year. Sort of, this is our third win together, so it's been really cool to be a part of that and spend a lot of time with all the guys. It's been really invaluable, so it's been great.
And you had a great round today. You helped the team. Part of the reason you guys are stood right here.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, I had it going nicely today. Played really solid all week, and a little bit of a disappointing finish, but overall a really good week, and very excited for what's ahead.
Tyrrell, just lovely trophy. Any comments on this week?
Well, individually it was pretty disappointing, but it was nice that we've done well as a team, and to be standing here with a trophy.
Suits you.
Oh, thank you. I'd like an individual one as well, but maybe next time.
What could have gone better?
A lot of things. No, I was terrible this week, so yeah, a week to forget for me as an individual, but obviously great for us to win as a team and more points on the board.
Well, best of luck next week, guys, at the Open. Your home course, right?
Not home course, but
remember?
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be really special, and can't wait to get started on Thursday.
No, it should be good. And just not to leave you out, Caleb.
Yeah, down
What? All the way down here. You're very.
All the way down here.
How was your week? Tell us about the wind and how the conditions were so much better today.
Yeah, it was a totally different day. We haven't really played conditions like this all week. Didn't have my best stuff in the second round, but played well in round one, was in the top 5, and yeah, just kind of 6 holes that took me out of contention in the tournament. But, you know, and then off to a bad start again today, but proud of my fight back, birdied 5 of the last 8, and
Wow.
yeah, try and keep that positive momentum going into JCB and just keep getting better, which is all I'm trying to do. So.
Well, you guys seem almost undefeatable as a team.
Yeah.
You joined the right one.
Yeah, I've enjoyed every second of it. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in my life right now, and you know, it feels like I'm totally meant to be here, and I know that great things are coming.
Keep up the good work, Cable. You're going to get it.
Yeah, thank
you.
Great job, Annabelle Angel, and the 2025 Andalucia team title winners are Legion 13, led by home country hero John Rahm, and they got the job done with a score of 5 under, 2 strokes ahead. Fireballs GC, who I would love to chat about today. They had a pretty solid day. The team smashed GC even par, finishing 3rd for the final round here, Andalucia 2025. A lot of exciting stuff to talk about here, boys. Let's talk about this team, Legion 13. I mean, you can't count these guys out on a Sunday. You never know what you're going to get from them, but you know it's always going to be good, right?
They're a box of chocolates, right? Yeah.
Right.
No, well, Ron played great. He played great. He did what he had to do to try and get that first win of the season. McKibben played great golf today. He had a couple bogeys late to cost him a chance at winning. It was Caleb Surratt who did what he always does when their team wins. He didn't have a great day going. Matter of fact, he had a terrible day going, and he rallied late, birdied 5 of his last 8 holes. And he's not playing for any points individually at that moment. He's just playing for the team, and he knows how much John and the team believe in him, and that proves it.
But isn't that the beauty of this new format this year with the 4 rounds counting? I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, he was +4 for the day, as you said, and 5 birdies to finish. Yeah. I mean, to finish under the par. 3rd victory of the year for Legion 13, joining Crushers and Fireballs, just fighting for that team title. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Hatton always doing his part, as John said in the interview with Suan Heng during our coverage. You know he's going to fight. You know he's going to battle. You know he's a world-class player, and I look forward to watching him next week as well, because he came so close at the U.S. Open. And Hatton, you know, he's not the best player to have not won a major yet. He's getting there very quickly, and I would love to see him in contention there in Northern Ireland. That'd be awesome.
I would too, and so would everyone else.
Yeah.
And the fans are talking about it on social media. And if you want to join the conversation, all you got to do, #LIV Broadcast. The fans are going wild, and here's a post. You always love to see a champagne shower, right? Bang, that's back-to-back years for us at LIV Andalucia. Taylor Gooch gets home for us. You got to love to see it. All right, and people are buzzing. Make sure you join the conversation. Jerry, I've been trying to campaign for you and Dom and everyone else pretty much to get more active on social media. I've got a plan for you, Jerry, but in the meantime, let's take a look at some of these posts here. Meanwhile, in Andalucia, yeah, that was Friday. I did notice today, not a single cloud in the sky.
Yeah.
Guys seemed happy about the weather today, yeah?
This is what happens in Andalucia. This is what we usually get, lots of sun. They don't call it Costa del Sol, coast of sun, for nothing.
Oh, yeah, good point. No, this is what it's supposed to be like. And the way the course was prepared, the speed of the greens, the texture of the greens, and the lack of wind, this is the first time it played under par. The course average under par, which is unthinkable around here. It was ideal for the players. Still a challenge, but it was ideal around here.
For sure, and if you want to feature yourself on the show, all you got to do is post and hashtag. There's Wes Nelson. We know him from Love Island, but he is obsessed with the sport of golf. Pretty good.
You can't say we know him from Love Island. I've never seen it.
Come on, Jerry. We know you secretly watch the show.
No, reality TV and social media, not my thing. I downloaded a dating app. It's called Carbon Dating. Not my joke, but I do love it.
Where do you get these one-liners from, Jerry? It's unreal where you get it from. And there's a selfie with Phil Mickelson. I'm a little jealous of this one. I've yet to get mine, but a lot of fans had a good time here. It's always good to see it. There's a couple more we'll feature from Focus Rigging. A few of the boys and Bubba. Shout out to Bubba's hat. Good stuff. Good stuff. Love to see it. When are you going to debut some new social content, Jerry?
The day before never.
Stay with us. It's Club 54 post-round show. More to come. And there's that beautiful overhead view of Real Club Valderrama. We're going to talk a little bit about Brendan Grace, but first we're going to toss it over to Rachel Drummond. She's live on the 11th green, recreating an impressive chip from Brendan Grace. Rachel.
Christian, you are so correct. There is not a cloud in the sky. And can you see over my shoulder? I'm not on a beach, by the way. This is a bunker, and over my shoulder is beautiful Valderrama and the landscape. But what we're going to talk about first, I just want to say, Taylor Gooch, congratulations. That shot into 18 from 210 into wind. I know the boys have spoken about it, but it was just world class, which is what we get from the LIV players week in, week out. Now, another story which I have to talk about is Stinger's Brendan Grace. Now, he has battled injury from the start of the season, and this result this week secured his spot on LIV for next season, and it was absolutely impeccable scorecard. So we're going to talk about this chip here on 11. It's not easy. And I got so much stick from Tyrrell last week about not picking a hard enough lie. So I'm making sure I'm making this so specific to what Brendan had this week. So he was on the 11th hole. He was here for 2, and this was an eagle opportunity. He's on, this is the first cut, second cut. He was literally on the, where the 2 cuts part here. So the ball's sitting on the edge. So as I always say, the lie will dictate the shot that you need to play. So when the lie's like this, it's sitting down, you need to get steeper. Okay, so there's a few things in setup I can show you now. So number 1, you saw that he was standing very close to the ball and the club was more vertical. Now when you stand close to the ball, you can start to get a little steeper. Another great tip is your lead hip almost tucking under a tiny bit. That gets your sternum more over the golf ball. Again, a steepener. So once you've got those in position, club face here, lead hip slightly under, and he landed it literally just in this area here, few skips and rolled on. So I'm going to try and emulate now. I basically stare at where I want it to land and glance at the flag. And with this lie, you never know how it's going to come out. But the main thing is it's your steep angle of attack and you're committing to it. So number 2, we're going to go again. So stand slightly closer, club more vertical, tuck that lead hip under slightly, then glare at your landing area and turn through it. And you saw how he just had a few skips and allowed it to release to the hole. Should we do one more?
You got to make one.
Jerry, I didn't think I could hear anyone today in my ear, but I've just heard Jerry. I've got to make one. Jerry, any other tips you want? You liking the club face standing closer, lead hip under? Any others?
Yeah, but what your feet are a little above the ball. What I see a lot of times from players is they'll raise the hands too and get that toe of the club working through the grass, won't they?
Yes. Yep, definitely. So when he's doing that, the toe's presenting, and it will basically just help mitigate this kind of rough. Here at Valderrama, you know, you don't know what response you're going to get. So the steeper, standing closer, lead hip under, more out to in. I mean, I hold Bryson's putt, I can't hold a chip, I'm sorry guys. But the point is that Brandon Grace had an immaculate result, and he managed to secure a birdie here and go on to secure his card for the 2026 season. Congratulations, Brandon Grace.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel. I learned something new every single time Rachel hits that screen.
Even accomplished golfers learn something new. Yes, I know. You're pretty new to the game, which I love that you got a passion for it.
There's here's that shot from Brandon Grace. Oh, my goodness.
Very well. Oh!
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. Pat Perez talked about it during our main coverage as well. We talked about it earlier. Nobody had more pressure on them starting the day than this man. He just executed that perfectly. With friction from the grass, brought the club head to a screeching halt, but not before he caught the ball and ensured, by the same way Rachel just said, to catch it cleanly first. And he is now guaranteed to not finish in the relegation zone. And from talking to those within Team Stinger, they definitely plan on having him back next year if he's able to play after his hand surgery, which he thinks he still has to have.
And there he is now, 37th with 19.10 points. Wow, bumped up 12 places just today. Talk about a clutch performance.
Yeah.
You gotta love to see him do that, right?
The clock was ticking. We've all been there, Gonzo. Yeah.
It was 10 rounds to go for him. I mean, and this one was crucial. And he knew that the course setup and the whole place kind of fit his game. So, I mean, I think that was even extra pressure. Yeah. But his composure all day was fantastic. The only time he felt it looked like a little shaky was maybe 17 and 18. I don't know if maybe he knew that the job was done and he kind of relaxed. But, I mean, it was fun to watch because, as Jerry said, I mean, we've been there, and believe me, it's not fun.
You know, I think he was thinking about trying to win at that point. But in the back of his mind, he was only possibly 5 shots clear of earning enough points to guarantee finishing out of the relegation zone. So you can make a big number on 17. I think he might have been a little cautious on that second shot. By 18, he knew the job was done. He hit a bad putt. It was really only his only bad putt of the day was that par putt on 18. But well done. And Matt Jones, too. Matt Jones playing with his back against the wall. Absolutely, and the round of the year for Matt Jones.
What a round, 6 under finish, yeah. Eagle, birdie, bogey, birdie, par.
Yeah.
I mean, what a way to get you out of that relegation area. I mean, yeah. You don't want to be anywhere near that line.
And now a good tournament or two from getting into the lock zone and taking the decision out of Ripper GC hands.
You've been in a similar position before, Gonzo. It's got to be hard waking up this morning, right, knowing you have that chance.
It happened to me at this very same course. I was 2018. I had to play well to keep my card. It was the last tournament of the year, and I remember that the pressure, just playing 17, just hitting up over the water. My caddy was telling me, should we lay up, should we go over? I said, let's go over that lake as soon as we can. That's exactly what we did. I got a birdie there, and believe me, it was one of the best birdies I've ever made.
I love it. Love that story. All right, we're going to talk more about all things final round, but first, some family fun in Malaga. Some social media buzzing from today. We had a lot of tweets, posts, Instagrams, TikToks. Jerry's favorite thing, of course. There's the family meal from some familiar faces. Anthony Kim and his family as well. Spain in all caps. Got right to it, huh? All right, now Lee Westwood got off to a great start Friday and is hoping to find that form again next week because he recently qualified for the Open.
So I qualified at Dundonald, just outside Glasgow.
What a week for Lee Westwood, who qualified for his 28th Open Championship.
I finished playing the LIV Dallas tournament on Sunday and then flew overnight. I'd never played it before. Teed off at 7:50, shot 2 under, then went out in the afternoon, not feeling so good. Jet lag was kicking in, managed to shoot 5 under in the afternoon and win the qualifying.
Lee Westwood was medalist at his qualifying site, 52 years young. He'll be playing at Royal Portrush.
Royal Portrush is one of the reasons really why I tried to qualify. Could be my favourite links course in Britain. It was a while since I played it again, and obviously played in the Open in 2019 and finished 4th. So all that really contributed to me trying to qualify what with the Open Championship being the biggest tournament of the year in my eyes. As a British player, we all tend to think that. So can't wait to get there next week.
And there's that beautiful golf course ranked amongst the top courses in the world. Real Club Valderrama has hosted numerous professional events, including LIV Golf Andalucia 23, 24, and of course this year, along with the 1997 Ryder Cup. What a phenomenal day we had here. This is the Club 54 post-round show, and we have some special guests joining us in just a moment. You are going to be really excited to see who we have. One of our favorite guests here. Stay with us. It's the Club 54 post-round show. More to come on the competition. All right, Championship Sunday has come to a close, and right now it's time to zoom out. This upcoming week, all eyes will be on the Open Championship. 19 LIV players are competing for what we know is going to be really exciting, and the storylines are loaded. We got Rahm chasing legacy, Reed fighting for Ryder Cup redemption, or Westy just rolling back the years. And here to talk about it, of course, we have Jerry Fultz. We have our legend, David Faraday, also known as the best dressed here at LIV Golf, and our LIV Golf journalist, Matt Vincenzi, here to talk about the Open next week. 19 LIV players headed there. Off of the top of mind, who are you guys most excited to follow next week?
Well, for me, it's Jon Rahm. I mean, I know he would have loved to win today, but he did exactly what he needed to do leading into next week. He's won 2 Irish Opens, including one at Lahinch in 2019, which I think is a pretty good comp course for Portrush. Finished T11 there at the Open in 2019. And then today, he gets in the heat of battle, plays in the wind on Friday. Everything that you'd want to see from Jon Rahm, in my opinion, makes him the favorite next week.
No, absolutely. You know, I think he's certainly one of the favorites, if not the favorite. But what a fantastic start to his preparation, you know, a round like he had today. You know, he's got to be going into next week with his tail up. But the other one, you know, and is kind of a sentimental favorite for me, will be Tom McKibben. A youngster that I'm extremely proud of, you know, coming from that 6 counties, that little province, you know, along with players like Graham McDowell and Darren Clarke, and of course Rory McIlroy, one of the greatest players of all time. Tom McKibben is set fair, you know, to carry that torch.
I like Rahm's chances a lot. For the local crowd, he won't be treated as the favorite, Matt, as you know, because Rory's playing some seriously great golf. And Tom McKibben, I'm with you 100%. The way he performed here today, the praise, the accolades with which all the people in this profession treat that young man, and the things they have to say about him. Darren Clarke recently saying he's one of the best ball strikers he's ever seen. He says he compares it to Rory McIlroy. It's incredible. Jon Rahm says that I don't know what they do in Northern Ireland, but 2 of the best golf swings he's ever seen, 2 of the best golf swings on the planet are from Northern Ireland, and Rory and McKibben. So that's going to be exciting to see.
I thought he was talking about me.
Well, you did have a pretty swing back when you used to display it. I remember playing behind you one time in a big tournament, and I know I was jealous of that too, as everything else about you. But nonetheless, it's going to be cool. But I think our 19 guys, Matt, I think our 19 guys represent the best talent pool of any that we've put forth in the majors since the inception of LIV.
He was talking about you, by the way, David. Let's take a look at those 19 guys going to the Open next week. Here's the list, starting with Bryson DeChambeau, Jon Rahm, Sergio Garcia, a whole list of heavyweights headed to the Open. Love the number 19. Hopefully that number will grow over time. Matt, when you look at this lineup here, what do you think? How do you feel?
Well, I mean, I know he's not having his best season of his career, but if you talk about Royal Portrush, you have to talk about Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
His caddy, Ricky Elliott, grew up on the course, knows it like the back of his hand, and Brooks said that was in part what fueled him to a T4 finish here last time they played it. So I think Brooks, he was T12 with the U.S. Open, had a decent round today. I think he's gearing up for this one.
How about Lee Westwood? When I think of the quote, "He's still got it," I think of Lee Westwood. And for him to just compete for so long in his career at this high level, it's super impressive to see. What do you think, Derek?
Well, he played beautifully the last time it was at Royal Portrush, which was a phenomenal success. The first time it had been back there since 1952. It is one of the crown jewels in world golf, regularly ranked in the top 10 in the world, along with Royal County Down in the same province. But they're going to have to weather the storm, kind of like they did the first round here, except it'll be about 40 degrees cooler. And you know, from the northeast tip of Ireland, you can see across the sea to Scotland on a clear day, and the locals say, if you can see Scotland, it's going to rain, and if you can't see it, it's raining. That's a weather forecast.
How about Dustin Johnson, Jerry?
Yeah, he's got a lot riding next week. He played well, really well. He's played well the first couple of rounds many times, but he hasn't been able to piece 3 rounds together. We talked about it in the pre-round show. He hasn't, and the same thing happened today. He got 4 over on the trot almost, and then he became the Dustin Johnson that we remember, and then he struggled coming home. His major exemption runs out after next week for the majors. That's going to put even more heat on his shoulders.
Speaking of heat, I know it's hot, and you have this vest on, David, but I want to play a little game with you guys. One dark horse pick from each of you for the Open next week. Come on.
Carlos Ortiz.
Carlos Ortiz.
Yeah, had a great showing at Oakmont, and you know, I mean, a really talented player that can hit all the shots. You got to be able to hit it both ways at Royal Portrush. It's an unusual links course because there's a lot of elevation change. Mostly they're flat, you know, down by the ocean, but you know, you climb a steep hill at the first, and then crisscross it, and then coming back down at 16. You know, you've got to have all the shots, and Carlos Ortiz, he has them.
Yeah. What about yours, Matt?
Mine's going to be Lucas Herbert. He won an Irish Open. I think he's a sneaky, very good links player that doesn't get talked about in that category enough. And his caddy, Nick Pugh, grew up playing links and grew up at Hoylake. So he can guide Lucas around there a little bit too. And Lucas is a shot maker. He likes to move the ball both ways. He's creative. When you get him in a creative environment where he can score by his shot making, I think that's where he's going to thrive.
Yeah, Dean Burmester is my. I was going to go with Lucas and Dean because they're kind of the same player to me, but I'm going to go with Burmester.
Okay, all right. Thanks for playing, guys. That was a lot of fun. And thank you guys for joining us in the Club 54 post-round show. We got more to come here on the show. Stay with us. And Taylor Gooch is yet again your champion at LIV Golf Andalucia. Let's learn a little bit more about what makes the man tick.
I wasn't a country club kid, and so I just think the times growing up where I'm, you know, spending hours and hours practicing, and while it may not have been the greatest, most perfect condition golf course, it made me the golfer that I am.
Most of our good golfers come from exclusive clubs, the country clubs, but every once in a while you get a guy from the municipal links, and the one thing Oklahoma's got is a pretty good municipal golf system. John Conrad in Midwest City is a very good one.
Conrad holds a special place in my heart, so much so that our son, his middle name is Conrad. And the people there from when I was 8, 10 years old were so supportive and so proud of me.
All the local people around here know of Taylor Gooch because he started playing here. We're really proud of him. He's really put the course on the map, I guess.
John Conrad, this Joe. The first tee has always been a big program out here. And the kids would come out, there's no charge for it. You can look out that window and you can see the practice green. And what was really great is to watch the kids as they grow each year. It was absolutely amazing. And Taylor was one of them. He was one of those that had a dream and he made it come true.
Great place to grow up, and I'm proud to say I'm from Midwest City.
A big congratulations to our new champion, Taylor Gooch. And here is our LIV Golf schedule of 2025. Next stop, JCB, baby. Back there again for LIV Golf UK, where Jon Rahm won his first individual title last year. Then there's Chicago and Indianapolis, which will conclude the regular season and crown a champion. Then, of course, it's off to Michigan for our team championship. We want to thank all of you guys for watching the Club 54 post-round show. We'll see you at JCB. Until then, peace.